God says, "My child, I have called out to you, and now you are here. The warning has been given, the moment is upon you. Archangel Michael has been sent forth with an urgent command. This message cannot be ignored. This message cannot be delayed." Hear that first, and let it settle in the center of your being like a hand laid gently on the place where worry lives. This is not conjecture or the drift of fearful imagination. This is a summons from the heart of heaven, and it arrives wrapped in both love and urgency. Someone from your bloodline, someone from your past, someone who has already crossed the threshold of this life into the next, has been permitted to speak. They have been allowed to cross the veil long enough to warn you, to reveal, to break the silence. They have seen what is coming. They have witnessed the shape of things that are about to take place. And now, by the will of God, they cry out for you to listen. There is a truth that has been kept from you, a portion of your story written in shadow that was never brought into the light. There was a decision made before you could know it, a conversation held in secret, a choice shaped in a place you cannot remember. Those hidden things have threaded themselves into the fabric of your life, small at first, then widening into patterns of confusion, unrest, and restless nights. You have felt it, that deep stirring beneath your ribs, that pull at the base of your spirit that will not be soothed by busyness or explanation. You have had dreams that wake you in the dark. You have had memories that return like waves to shore. You have felt an unseen hand touch the crown of your head and leave you changed. These were not accidents. These were beginnings, tiny, gentle tugs of revelation before the flood. Now the flood is coming. The whispers that once brushed your ear will grow into a clarion voice. The veil that held those hidden things in place is lifting. God's timing, flawless and tender, has appointed this hour. Archangel Michael stands ready. Heaven has leaned in. The world you thought you knew will shift, and with that shift will come clarity. But clarity can be startling. Truth can break what had been convenient to believe. You must prepare your heart. What is about to be revealed will startle you because it reframes memory, rewrites meaning, and alters loyalties. There is someone in your life now who is keeping a portion of your past from you. They rely on your ignorance. They have made a home in the places darkness prefers, thinking the truth will never rise. They may have been kind in public and secretive in private. They may stand at family gatherings and speak with a voice of concern. At the same time, the consequence of their silence is the slow theft of your inheritance. Inheritance not of money alone, but of identity, of truth, of who you are meant to be in the eyes of God and the world. Do not be surprised if, at first, you doubt. The forces that have long desired to keep this hidden have not given up lightly. They have placed distractions in your way, sown seeds of fear, and conjured noise to drown a whisper. They will attempt to discredit you. They will coax you into believing that what arises in your heart is overactive imagination, grief misapplied, or the misfiring of a tender mind. Stand firm. Anchor yourself in the voice you have heard. My child, I have called you. Archangel Michael is with you. This is not a private unraveling of family drama. This is a divine breach of secrecy, one that the heavens themselves have sanctioned. Perhaps you remember a particular dream, one that felt more like a visitation than sleep. You woke with a taste of salt and a sense that something had been shown to you and then withdrawn. Or maybe a place, a photograph, a name keeps surfacing and you cannot explain why. These are the breadcrumbs. They are the first invitations to truth. Please pay attention to the subtle. A phone call at an odd hour. This overheard sentence seems meaningless until it fits into something else. A piece of paper misfiled and then found. The small things will knit together like threads until the whole tapestry is visible. When revelation comes, please do not assume it is meant to harm you. Remember, God's purpose in exposing darkness is to set the captive free. The uncovering will be painful because pain and truth have an old intimacy. Truth cuts where the lie has grown comfortable. Yet the aim of this cutting is healing. The burden that has sat heavily on unseen shoulders was never meant as a life sentence for you. It has been a chain that would teach you dependence, but has often produced only shame and confusion. Now the chain is breaking. What is released may at first feel like loss, loss of an illusion, loss of the easy story you told yourself to keep going. But what comes after is integrity, restored identity, and the peace that only truth makes room for. Be alert in the coming days. The heavens will orchestrate a series of confirmations, small, unmistakable signs, and then a larger disclosure will find its way to you. It might be a long-hidden letter discovered in an old book, a confession spoken in a moment of weakness by someone who believed their secret had been buried, or a document surfacing that alters the course of how you understand your family's past. The instrument of disclosure may be improbable. It may arrive from a place you least expect: an old friend returning, a child's question, a doctor's archival note. God moves in ways that surprise the wise and humble the proud. None of it is random. Every cracked door, every accidental conversation will be the choreography of heaven drawing back the curtain. And when the exposure arrives, you must not be afraid. Stand in the center of the truth as it is revealed. Let grief come if grief must come. Let anger find its day, and then let it be offered up to God to sanctify. Do not allow shame to settle in as a permanent garment. You have been chosen to see, to know, to be freed. The one who has passed, whose name is etched upon your heart, has not gone. They plead from the other side for justice and for healing. They cannot rest until what was taken in shadow is set right in light. Their eyes watch with a fierce tenderness. They intercede for you. Their eyes are fixed on the moment of your knowing. And Archangel Michael stands between you and the enemy, a sentinel of heaven's justice, declaring that the days of secrecy are over. Not everyone will applaud what is coming. There will be resistance. Those who built their comfort upon the obfuscation will lash out. They will accuse, twist words, and attempt to muddy the waters with half-truths and loud distractions. This is expected. Truth often meets violence from those who profit in its absence. But the heavenly army is not surprised. Michael has sounded the charge. The court of heaven has issued its decree. You must hold fast. Gather your evidence with calmness and clarity. Let your actions be sober and steady. Do not answer with the same deceit or with hasty vengeance. Let righteousness shape your response. There is a season of reckoning, but there is also a season of mercy and restoration. Allow God to calibrate both. Be careful with the tender people who may be caught in the web as well, those who were used, those who were misled, those who colluded from fear rather than malice. Distinguish between intent and habit. Not every broken hand that held the rope pulled it out of cruelty. Some were too fearful to expose what they saw. Threats and old pain bound some. In time, the full measure of each heart will be seen. For now, keep your own heart clear. Do not trade one secret for another. Let transparency be your code. When you speak, speak truth plainly but with grace. Let the dignity of what God is doing in your life be reflected in your speech and actions. You may wonder, why now? Why me? Know this: you were chosen not because you are perfect, but because your life is a hinge on which the next part of your family's story will swing. The revelations you receive will not only free you, they will free the generations that follow. Secrets have long been an inheritance, a heavy one, passed down as though silence were a sacred trust. But silence has been a theft. When the robbery is acknowledged, the restoration begins. The truth you claim by courage and love will rewrite what your children inherit. That is no small thing. As the days of disclosure unfold, prioritize your prayer life. Anchor yourself in the voice that first called you. My child, I have called out to you. Speak with the Father about each discovery. Let the Spirit teach you how to respond to each new piece of knowledge. Archangel Michael will not lead you alone. He accompanies you, but the tenderness of the Father will meet you in your brokenness. Bring your questions, bring your fears, bring your anger, lay them on the altar. When you do, you will feel a strange but powerful calm, an assurance that those storms rage, there is a shepherd who guides. Receive help. Do not carry the revelation alone. Trusted friends, spiritual mentors, and those who walk with integrity can be a shelter while the storms persist. Practical help may be necessary, legal counsel, mediation, or simply someone to hold your hand while you read a letter that upends your faith in a familiar face. God is not asking you to navigate this alone. He is surrounding you with help you may not yet recognize, because help often arrives in human hands shaped by grace.